Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my November favorites. Now I don't think I filmed a video in October, so I have gathered some favorites that I'd love to share with you all. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. And if you're new to my channel, please make sure that you click that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any of my uploads. And also make sure that you turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I post a new video. Also, you guys know I love giving things away during the holidays, so we'll be hosting a holiday giveaway sometime soon, so be on the lookout for that one. I have so many favorites to share with you guys, so let's go ahead and jump on into it. So let's start off with face primers. This is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This primer is a little bit pricey, I believe. I have been wearing this for a couple of months now. I wear it a lot and I haven't even scratched the surface hardly. So you don't have to put a lot on and it'll last forever. And this is really good for oily skin. At first glance, it doesn't seem like it. It doesn't even seem like a primer. It seems more like a moisturizer. Whenever I wear this, it helps keep the oil away. So what I like to do now, I do my regular regimen in the morning for my skincare, and then when I begin to apply my makeup, I put this on all over, and then I still will follow with some type of other primer like a blurring primer or my Professional, and I like using this that way. So a couple of other primers that I've been using: Bare Minerals Prime Time, and this is a primer that sort of reminds me of like the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, and it just disappears on the skin, and whenever I use this, oh, my skin feels like silk. It is really, really good, and I think I got it at one of those Ulta events, and that's why I purchased it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have purchased it, but it is really, really good as a primer. And I have really dry under eyes, and I like using this one in this T-zone area. It just helps with any of my pores and my dryness under my eyes. It helps with that. Okay, another primer. This is the BECCA Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base. The name is just a little bit too long, but I've been using this a lot as well, and this feels like you're not putting anything on your skin. It does really leave your skin looking very smooth, but it feels so lightweight. So I actually have this one on today. I have on the Bobbi Brown, and I have this one on, and I really like using this primer on a daily basis, and I've been grabbing it quite a bit during the month of November. I recently discovered this Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet, and this is a really, really good foundation. I'm wearing it today. This is extremely lightweight foundation. There's only one problem. It has a pitiful, pitiful, pitiful shade range. And I am actually wearing the darkest shade, and it is still too light for me. I have to bronze my skin and contour in order to get this to match, but it is still so, so worth it, guys. This foundation is so lightweight and so natural looking that when you apply it, it absolutely looks like you're not wearing anything. I, of course, have applied all this other stuff to my face, so of course, it looks like I have on makeup. But if I'm wearing this on a daily basis and I go really minimal with all of my other makeup, this looks like there's nothing on your skin. It just looks like skin. I've been using this Peach Perfect setting powder to set my concealer areas ever since I purchased it. It is very finely milled, and it smells delicious, and it actually has a sweet taste if it ever floats into your mouth, but it really smooths your under eye area without creasing. It does a beautiful job, and you can use it to set all over. I'm wearing this today to set my concealer area, so this is a really, really, really good setting powder. I've really fallen in love with this Chanel powder. This one is tinted. It says 40 Doré Translucent 3, so I think this might be the darkest shade, and this is a beautiful setting powder. It has a gorgeous finish. It keeps my skin from being oily, and it pairs so nicely with the Chanel foundation. So I have been using this one a lot instead of my dark deep Laura Mercier powder that I also use all the time. I kind of gave that a rest and started using this a lot, so it is really good setting powder. If you're looking for an affordable alternative for this powder, then you might want to check out the Maybelline Fit Me. To me, the texture of these two powders is so similar. It's amazing to me. And you can see here, like, these shades are close. This one is the light medium. I also have a darker shade of this, but I opened this one first. So I have both of them. And when I have used this Maybelline powder, it reminds me a whole lot of this Chanel powder. Let me talk a little bit about brushes before I move on to anything else. Some brushes that I love. Most of these are new brushes that I just recently purchased, and then an oldie but goodie. I always use this IT Cosmetics foundation buffing brush. Airbrush foundation brush is what it's called. I always use this brush to buff out any harsh lines that I have on my face whenever I apply my contour or my bronzer, and it just really buffs the lines away. You can actually see them disappear, and it really does give an airbrush finish, but that is what I like to use this for. I'm sure it is also great for applying foundation, but I like using it to just kind of get rid of any of my harsh lines. You can purchase this at Ulta. These are some Sigma brushes. I know they're a little bit more expensive than other brushes, but the holidays is a great time to shop Sigma because there are all sorts of discounts. And these two brushes here have been so much fun. So this is the short shader E20 brush, and it is exactly what it says. It's a short shader, and it is perfect for smudging out eyeshadow underneath the lash line. So that brush has been a blast to use and has made that so much easier. This is the Exact Blend E32 brush, and it looks similar to the short shader, except there's a little bit more brush. And this is a blending brush, and what you do is you use it to really pack on eyeshadow, and it gives you this really good color payoff, and you can still blend it out. So it is really exact and precise. I used it today when creating this eyeshadow look. It is perfect for a look like this because I'm doing a cut crease and I don't want it to be super blended all over the eye. I want it to be more precise, and this brush is perfect for that. Also, I used the concealer brush. This is the F75 Sigma concealer brush. I used this to apply my soft ochre paint pot for my cut crease, and this was really helpful today. It's really flat and thin and just perfect for applying concealer or your paint pot or whatever to get that cut crease that you're looking for. So that's a great brush for that. It's smudging away. I've used it so much. This is the tapered blending, I think, tapered blending brush, the E40. This brush is wonderful for blending out your transition color or applying a crease color. You could pretty much do all of your blending for your eyeshadow looks with this one brush. This is the best blending brush. And my last brush here is this Sigma 3D HD Kabuki. And oh my goodness, I love this brush for everything that I've used it for. I have used it to blend out my concealer. I didn't use it today, but I've used it for that. I've used it to apply cream contour. This brush is so good. The shape of it fits right here under your eye. It's just a really good brush to have in your collection if you're looking for something different that you might not already have. Okay, so those are my brushes. I want to talk to you guys about this nude concealer by LA Girl. It's a pro concealer, and I like using this one on a daily basis. I actually used it in a recent makeup tutorial, but I used 2 concealers that day. But when I use this one on a daily basis, I really like it for that purpose because it's very natural looking, and it also kind of serves as a color corrector because of the shade of it. It just really corrects dark circles. So I've really been loving this concealer. So a couple of blushes that I've been wearing a lot here in the fall are these two by MAC. These two blushes by MAC I have been wearing quite a bit here in the fall, and they look so similar, except this is Swiss Chocolate. It's deeper in color, and I'm wearing both of these today. I use the Swiss Chocolate kind of deeper in my cheekbone area, my further back towards my temple, and then I use the Sweetest Cocoa sort of towards the apples of my cheek. And again, they're similar, but the Sweetest Cocoa seems to have a little bit more of a shimmer in it. It's not really a shimmer, but it's not as matte as the other, and it has more of a rosy undertone than this one does. But these are beautiful, especially on women of color, and they are perfect for the fall. And it's gonna give you a more natural contoured look with your blush application. So it really enhances your contour, and I've been using these a lot here during the fall. So eyeshadows, can't wait. I've been trying to remember to talk about this one for so long, and I finally remembered it today. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow, and this one is Deep Dive. I actually purchased this over the summer for my daughter because she always wears gold on her lid. It is so gorgeous. It is a really pretty everyday shimmer shade, and I love it. If I'm in a hurry and I'm doing a really quick makeup look, I'll just pop that on the lid. I might wear a transition shade with it, but sometimes it's just something that I wear alone. So if you're a person who just likes wearing one shadow, or you like just a natural looking shimmer shade, this is gorgeous. Deep Dive by ColourPop. This is the Smashbox Full Exposure Palette, and I think it's been out a very long time. I don't hear people talking about it anymore, but I really like this palette. If you're looking for a neutral palette that still has a little bit of punch, this is a really great palette. I don't buy these all that often. I have so many warm palettes, it's ridiculous. But sometimes I just want more of a neutral look. I use this palette to create the look that I'm wearing today. I've used it in another makeup tutorial about a year ago, the New Year's Eve video that I did, and I've worn it here or there on my channel, but I use it all the time, but I don't really talk about it a lot on my channel. It doesn't look like much. Like, it just doesn't look like much and very spectacular. But these are beautiful shimmer shades, and what I know about this palette is I'm always able to achieve that gradient eyeshadow look that I love. I have so many shades like of browns as well as my cooler tones over here, and if you go build up from light to dark, you are going to get a gradient look, and so this palette is perfect for that. It doesn't look like much in the pan, but I love this palette. Okay. For eyeshadow, it's getting a little dirty, So during my recent haul, I purchased this Just Peachy Mattes by Too Faced, and I was so excited because it was all mattes, and of course it smells like peaches, and I love this palette for everyday looks. It is a warm palette, it's all mattes, and if you just want to look like you put like a wash of color on your lid and you did something but not too much over the top, this palette is great. Now you can build up the color and build a more dramatic look. So have been using this ever since I opened it, have been loving this palette. You guys know I have a few highlighters from Fenty Beauty. This one is Hustler Baby Mean Money. I like all of the highlighters that I have, and I do use them for different occasions, but this one is perfect for every day. I'm wearing it today. It is such a beautiful highlight. I wore the Hustler Baby on my cheeks, and I like using Mean Money down the center of my face because it will brighten without adding too much shimmer. So I have been really wearing this one out. This one is my favorite for just everyday highlights and just more neutral highlights. It goes with most of my looks. So this is Hustler Baby Mean Money by Fenty Beauty. I almost hate to hold this up because it looks a little bit disgusting. This is the CoverGirl Professional Natural Lash Mascara, and this is a clear. I think it's just clear. And I purchased it a long time ago to set my brows, but I've been using like other clear brow gels. And I think one day when I couldn't put my hands on my brow gel, I just grabbed this one and I really enjoyed it. And so now I grab it on purpose, and I have it on today, and it really helps me kind of make those hairs stand up in the front here really well. The one thing that I used to not really like about this is that it has a curved wand, so it just wasn't as easy, or I didn't enjoy it as much when I was setting my brows. But now I just turn the wand up this way, and it's been working for me lately. This is a really affordable method to set your brows. Again, one thing I always hate is that these clear tubes, you can see, you know, where you've been dipping it in your brow. It just doesn't look that appealing. Like the Anastasia one is silver, so you don't see the junk. This is the Scent Sampler by Sephora. It comes in this nice little pouch, and anytime you go to a Sephora, you can get up to 3 samples of fragrances. Okay, every time I go to Sephora, I always ask for free fragrances, and I do purchase a lot, so hey, I think I can get some fragrances. The ones that I have in here today are Prada Candy, because I'm out of my Prada Candy. So I got a Prada Candy. This is Tory Burch Floral. I'm not sure which Tory Burch it is, but it's one of the new ones, I think. And Taka, Florence maybe, Taka. So those were just the ones that I picked up most recently. But anytime I'm in there, I'll try a different fragrance. So this is a great way for you to test out fragrances. Of course, you can go back and buy them. So I really do like that. Tokyo Milk Dark Bulletproof is this one. And there's another Tokyo Milk one in here, and then Daisy. And these are the luxury scent box fragrances. I did film a video about these, and I have been alternating between all of these fragrances as well as my little samples. I do have tons of fragrances over here. I have a lot of fragrances, but why not use these travel sizes and free ones if I have them? Why not? I get a lot of fragrances whenever I purchase things from Sephora and Ulta, so I never run out of fragrance. Never. A couple of lippies that I've been wearing a lot. I have been obsessed with this Nicki Minaj lipstick. This is Nicki's Nude. I wear it with my cork lip liner most days, and then I'll top it with a gloss. And I grabbed this so much that I think I eventually moved it so that I wouldn't keep wearing it every day. And I started wearing some other things. But I wore this a lot in November. I filmed a makeup tutorial with this NYX soft matte lip cream. Now, I didn't wear this a lot in November because I don't typically wear a lot of dark lip colors every day. I usually like wearing a nude. It just goes with all looks. This one is in the shade Berlin, but I just wanted to add it to my favorites because this is probably one of the best matte liquid lip formulas that I've ever used in this NYX. My lips don't feel dry. I feel like I have a little bit of time to work with the product before it dries down, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful shade. This formula is amazing, and it feels better on my lips than any of my high-end liquid lipsticks. If you're wondering, the lip that I have on today is, so I think this is called Bomio or Bomio, I'm not sure. This is a black lip gloss by Gerard Cosmetics. This is one of their lighted lip glosses, and yeah, in case somebody's wondering what I'm wearing, that's what I have on today. I have a couple of items left. One of them is this Kira Care oil sheen. I really have been loving this oil sheen for the last month or so. I think I got it from my mom. She had it at her house and I asked her for it because I knew she wasn't using it and she gave it up. So I've been using it on my hair extensions a lot. I don't want the build up on the hair, but I will apply this to my hair when it's starting to get to a point where it needs to be shampooed. And this hair gets so silky, especially these extensions. They get so silky from this oil sheen. And I don't know what it is, but this hair likes this oil sheen, so I wanted to share it with you all. Been loving this. I also wanted to talk about my Clinique Take Off the Day. I talked about it in my haul. I'm not going to go into it too much. I have been using it quite a bit. Ever since I purchased it, this is the first thing that I grabbed to remove my makeup. So I start with this. Been loving it. Another product that I purchased recently was this Neutrogena Deep Clean Facial Cleanser, normal to oily skin. I was looking for a facial cleanser that didn't foam too much so that I could use it with my Clarisonic, and I've been using it with my Clarisonic. It works well with that, but I've also just been using it alone. So sometimes I will wash my face with this and then I'll wash it off and then I'll use the Clarisonic. This really does give me a deep clean because my Clarisonic brush head is not really dirty after I've already washed my face with this. So this really does take my makeup off. Now I like using my Clinique Take Off the Day because it really gets that eye makeup off. As far as getting a deep clean for your skin, this is amazing and it's affordable. So I've been loving both of these products for cleaning my face in November. Final product is this Kat Von D Lock-It setting spray. I don't think that I've mentioned it here because at first I did not love this setting spray. And what I'm finding with me and setting sprays is that I like certain setting sprays certain times of the year. I like this Kat Von D setting spray in the fall because it just seems like in the summertime it wasn't holding well enough or whatever, but in the fall it's perfect because I started getting a little bit dry, and this one seems to complement my combination skin very well. I'm not too dry and not too oily. It's just perfect, but it's better for me during the cooler months. Okay, so this concludes my favorites video for the month of November. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy, signing out.